family, Mason Jyree. And if you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. Before I get started, I'd like to tell y'all the bigger and Ain't No Lover Boy FR out now on all platforms. My debut album is on the way, and I am working on some upcoming movie projects. So, you know, most of the time when I go live, I'm out of bed. I've gotten myself together, and I'm ready for my day. But this particular time, as I'm going live right now, I'm not out of the bed. I'm fresh off the wake up. Fresh off the wake up, and I feel like I need to get some things off of my chest. Before I elaborate a little further, I need y'all to make sure that you're getting me on Facebook, getting me on Snapchat, getting me on Instagram, getting me on TikTok. I need to make sure that if you are subscribed to me on YouTube, if you're subscribed to me on YouTube, you need to be making sure that you're going to all the other places on social media where you can find me. And you can find me on um, every social media platform except for Twitter. Twitter's a little bit complicated, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so it's certain things that I haven't told my lions before. It's certain things that I haven't told people before, and I'm still not going to tell, but I just, have to beat around that bush a little bit. So, I've never really had, like I tell you, I'm not a nepo baby. You know what I'm saying? I've never really had. I come from poverty. I come from nothing. I've never really had anything but dreams, goals, and no pot to piss in. Um, so I've met a lot of people in the past, and I don't want to name drop because y'all know I'm not a clout chaser. Y'all know I'm not a clout chaser at all. I've met a lot of people in the past, or I've been, like close with people. Let's say they were like a family friend, or like really and truly, this was more so family friends. Like my family could have helped me. My family could have helped push my career a little bit further by, just getting me started a little bit more young. But my family friends could have really got me up in there. You know what I mean? Take what resonates. And if it don't, you just got to read between the lines, okay? I'm going to say it one more time. My family could have like done certain stuff, maybe got me in acting school, maybe did this for me, maybe did that for me, maybe whatever it may have been, okay? But my family friends could have got me through the door or whatever. And all my life, you know what I'm saying? All my life, I don't know how many of y'all have godparents or, like a godfather, a godmother. I will tell y'all this, all my life, my godmother always, tried to say, she was going to help me. She was going to make me big. My godmama, we're just getting the live started. So if you just coming in, welcome. My godmama would always say, she's going to make me big. She's going to make me a superstar, that I'm going to do big things. But it's like, nobody never helped. Okay, so like I just told y'all before, I had family who could have helped me do certain stuff when I was younger, and I would be a little bit further right now, but I had family friends. I have friends in my family who could have actually helped me get into the industry, y'all. So now this is what I'm talking about right here. The same people who did not want to help me are now having to backtrack. They're backtracking. And the same people and I feel like those people didn't want to help me because either way, they knew I was going to rise above them. They knew I was going to get bigger, and people, they wanted to have control over me. They didn't just want me to rise above them and do bigger than them and be better than them. They somehow wanted it to be attached to what I have going on. So now this person who I'm not going to name drop, y'all know him. I'm not going to name drop them though, because I don't clout chase. I got my own clout. Never need to reach up to get it. This person who, I reached out to them a couple of years ago to, because y'all know I put out a TV show a couple of years ago. And I just wanted some funding for my TV show. Didn't get a response back. They didn't say nothing. Now that the tables have turned, because the tables always turn for me, this person has tried to backtrack. And honestly, y'all, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. Don't ever feel like you're going to use me once you done fell off. And because you see I'm aspiring and that I'm rising, that you're going to attach yourself to me. But just 2-3 years ago, when I asked for help, when I asked you to help me get through the industry's door, it was crickets. Looking back on it, I'm glad they did, and I'm glad I went through the work, and I'm glad because it's a certain mental understanding that I have now. But the point of the matter is that family and friends, once they see you trying to rise up, not even trying, because I ain't trying, I'm rising. Once they see you rising up, they want to try to come back and try to smooth things on over. It ain't no smooth sailing. If you didn't help me when I was broke, if you couldn't help me when I ain't have nothing, you damn sure can't be a part of my greatness. You damn sure can. And people, yeah, you damn right. They didn't help me when I was broke. You're damn right. Ain't nobody who didn't help me when I was broke, who didn't help me when I didn't have shit, can be a part of what I have because I'm going to be a millionaire. Very wealthy, very rich, very paid off of my creativity. And a lot of people didn't want to help me before. A lot of people didn't want to help me before, but now they're having to help, not even that they're having to help. Now they wish they would have helped. Now they wish they would have looked out for me. They wish they would have been more kind, more nice, because I am exactly who I said I was going to be. One thing I want them to understand is that I don't give a damn how the world views me because I know who I am. I never needed anybody to really, give me a handout. I don't really even expect handouts, if I'm being honest, especially when it comes to my music career, especially when it comes to, everything that I'm working on. I like the hard work. I like working hard. But I do notice the fact of the people, the family members, the people who are already in the industry before me trying to backtrack, and now they want to help me out. Now they wish they would have did this. Now they wish, and it's too late. It's too late. I'm not one of those people. Once you bite the bullet with me, Grammy, whatever, I don't matter what level of life I'm at, what level of superstardom I'm on. Once you bite the bullet with me, you bid it forever. You have been shot down. It ain't no backtracking. There's nothing you can do that can reconsider or make over what we've been through, because stuff to me, it hits me on a deep level. It hits me on a deep level. And when it comes to my career not supporting me when I knew I was going to be a superstar, you hit me on a deep level. Out of there. Out of there. We got to get them up out of there. So like I said, I'm not going to do any name drops, but it's definitely people who were on some hit TV shows in the 90s, who definitely could have helped me. People who knew certain things, who had seen certain things, just certain people who could have helped me, y'all. If I'm being honest, looking back on it, I'm glad they didn't help me, because when people help you, especially in the career that I am, they try to make your whole rise. They try to make, my success their whole thing. And it's like, no. So I'm glad it didn't work out, but it doesn't change the simple fact that it mattered that those people could have helped me and they chose not to. Don't give a damn. But it's the fact that they chose not to. And now they're backtracking. Now they want to hit my DMs up. They want to be, in my people you may, and it's like none of that. Nobody is getting anything off of me ever. You ain't getting no dollars off of me. You ain't getting no position. You ain't getting no clout. You ain't getting nothing from me. Nothing. Especially when you didn't want to lend it out to me when you felt like I was below you. When those people felt like I was below them, when they felt like I wasn't gonna make it out of the hood, when they felt like I wasn't gonna do nothing, they didn't mind ignoring me. Y'all, I'm getting to the point I'm unignorable. People can't ignore me no more. They can't tell me, they can't say, oh, he might make it. It's so he's gonna make it. And we should have helped him. We should have joined in. We shouldn't have doubted him. We shouldn't have done, but it's like I don't even care about the doubts. I just came here to let them know that you're right. You're right. Okay? You're definitely right. And you're definitely, let me say it like this. You're right, but you won't be getting anything off of me. I just like to go ahead and let people know off rip. I don't want nobody feeling like they've been watching me, they've been watching me and they think they finna tear me down, or they think they're my demise, or they think they can clout chase off of me. Like it just will never work like that. Like it just won't work like that. So I do a lot of blocking. I don't give a damn, a superstar. Now I do a lot of blocking people. A lot of family members who said I wasn't gonna be shit, them hoes are blocked. They blocked. But now it's like they're having to watch me. They're having to eat their words. And the same people who tried to hold me back, the same people who didn't want me to go through that next door because they felt like they knew, not a feeling, they knew once I got through that door, I was going to take, little do they know I was going to take off regardless. But those same people are having to come back. They're having to come back, okay? They're having to come back. And one thing I can say, y'all got to make sure that y'all are getting, you're a part of the Lions Den. You got to make sure that you are a part of the Lions Den, so that when things are said, when things are happening, when things are going down, you are first in the loop, okay? A lot of sensations, a lot of upcoming artists, a lot of people they're not going to talk about the things they've been through with their family. Y'all, my family has not treated me right. What's up, Duke? My family has not treated me right, y'all. Since I was a little boy, like my first haters were my family. My first people who told me not to pursue my dreams were my family. Like, if I'm being honest with you, my family has never treated me right. I've been through so many things since I was a little boy up until a grown adult, me now, and people don't talk about stuff like that. People don't talk about just their rags to riches story, like on a deep, true level. or like certain things, abuse they went through as a child and stuff like that. It's neither here or there, but it's like those same people who tried to stop me or having to watch me rise, they're witnessing my rise. And it's like, you couldn't stop me. Even when I told them that they couldn't stop me, they couldn't stop me. The same people who withheld support from me because they didn't want me to get through that door, they're watching me get through the door. They're watching me elevate. They're watching me get through the door. And I'm just grateful. Like I'm really just grateful for real, for real. I'm grateful. And a lot of people they want me to get on here and say, yeah, hell yeah, do. But no, I have to always give honor and grace where it's due because I'm very grateful and I'm very appreciative. But I have to just let certain things be known that people from the past. I can do nothing but laugh at this now, y'all. People from the past, whether they're old people I went to high school, because y'all gotta understand this. Like I'm a superstar I'm a growing superstar that comes from a small town. If you're from a small town, people they automatically think they know you. They think they know you. They think they have you figured out. So like, and then I've changed so much. Like I used to be 300 pounds. Like like I just look so different. So on top of my career changes, I've changed personally. So people who know me, they're like, hmm. I don't know. I don't know about that. But the beauty of it all was like my faith did not rely in their hands. Like, and they just thought they held more weight than what they did, you know? So with that being said, y'all, Bigger is out right now. Ain't No Little Boy FR is out right now. And listen. If you're a part of the Lions Den, ain't nobody stopping us, okay? Nobody is stopping me. Nobody is stopping us. I'm on the way to the top. And if you don't believe me, wait till I get there. Wait till I get there. I'm no longer being ignored. I think I told y'all that 2-3 days ago. I'm no longer being ignored, and people who wanted to stop me or who didn't want me to succeed, they're having no choice but to watch me succeed. A lot of y'all know, I signed a distribution deal in 2024 with a local record label for my town. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I signed a distribution deal from a local record label in my town, and those same people who tried to stop me, they're watching me succeed. They're watching me take off without their help, without their funding, without anything. I want y'all to know that everything y'all have seen come from me. Listen, it takes money to make music. It takes money to do all this stuff. And even when I was broke in the hood and I had nothing, guess what I always had? Talent, creativity, and resourcefulness. I was making albums with nothing. I was making cover arts with nothing. I was doing stuff with nothing. So the same people who withdrew support from me, who knew I needed funding, they're having to sit back and watch. Wow, he generated his own funding. He's building himself. So everything y'all see from me is from me. Hard work for myself. I had a handout. I haven't had, just all that stuff, and I'm not, some people, they say, I haven't had a handout. Woo, woo. I'm not complaining. I don't mind not having a handout. I actually like it because that way I don't owe anybody anything at the end of the day. So, that's just that. But the same people, y'all, the same people who thought they were knocking me off my horse, who thought I was going to need them, or sitting back and witnessing, he don't need me at all. He never did. He never did need me. And I feel like that right there is something that cussing somebody out can't buy. Sometimes you just got to let time do what it do. You have to let your purpose do what it do. And people going to sit back and watch, and they're going to sit back and witness what they should have done and what they should have done regardless. All I have to do is keep elevating. All I have to do is keep going higher and keep doing me, because I am elevating. I am going higher. It's no longer about me. It's working for me. Like, it's working for me. The people are tuning in to me, and that's on all platforms. You got to make sure that, because it's like, yeah, you just got to make sure you're tuning in to me on all platforms, okay? Because you might get a different me on every platform. You get what I'm saying? So that's that. And, the people are tuning in with me, we got people on Facebook. We got people on Instagram. We got people on Snapchat. We got people on YouTube. I have people on Threads. I have a lot of people supporting me in different areas of social media. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you're getting me on all those platforms, because honestly, just do that, y'all. Just do that. Yeah. Because I want y'all to stay in the loop. I want y'all to be in the loop. I want y'all to be in the loop, and I want y'all to know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm just y'all. I'm a superstar, y'all. That's all I can say. I'm a growing sensation. I'm a growing superstar, and the world better watch out for me. Okay? The world better watch out for me, because I'm ready to take off and I'm ready to take over. And people who don't know me, they probably would. I don't give a damn. They don't know me, so it don't matter. Just know I'm ready to take off and I'm ready to do what I have. You know what I'm doing. And everybody who thought they were gonna stop me, to everybody who didn't want to, you know, hook me up with any support so I could further my career. Guess what? It's furthering, and it's furthering without you. Without you. So what does that tell you? You didn't hold that much importance over my destiny anyway. Okay. What does that tell them, Lions? They didn't hold that much support over my destiny, anyways. I'm going to be my success, y'all, is inevitable. My fame is inevitable. My wealth is inevitable. My career, me doing all this is inevitable. All of that is going to be inevitable. Means it's unavoidable. Okay, so that is what it is. So when you think of me, you think of success. You think of somebody who made it out the hood. You think of somebody who came from nothing and is on the way to being one of the richest artists in the world. When you think of me, you tell them that. Okay. And anybody who's in their right mind and who actually loves themselves would think about that, because it's nothing but self-love over here. And it's nothing but me inspiring people. I'm just a superstar. I'm just chasing my dreams. If you're a local plumber, I hope I can inspire you to be the best at what you do. So that's just what it is. And the point of the matter is that, y'all, my mother, all my family, y'all, they didn't want me to pursue my dreams. You want to know? I guess when you come from a small town, when you have an idea of being something bigger than what people around you have thought or what they have known, it's like you question their idea of what reality is. My mama was my first hater, y'all. My mama was my first hater. She was the first person to tell me. She was just a hater. That's all. And I'm trying to be respectful. My mama was a hater. She was a hater. And I remember when I told her about my dreams, for me to become a singer or whatever, she's like, well, we all can have a plan, but that doesn't mean it work out. And it's like, girl, fuck you. Fuck you. One more time. Fuck you. And you want to know why? You want to know why it's fuck her Lions? You want to know why? Because guess what? Despite what my mama told me, I'm still cashing out, still getting bigger and bigger, and people are still checking for me. They wanted me to stay local so they wouldn't have to grow. People don't understand, when you're growing to be something bigger, when you're growing to be like to have bigger visibility and stuff like that, people, your family and stuff, if they're not used to being seen, if they're not used to being in the spotlight, they're going to want you to stay small. I'm not staying small though. It's like, I hate to say it, but if I have to be chasing my dreams, living in the hills, and my family chose to stay in the hood, that's their problem. That's their problem. I don't have to give handouts to nobody. The same people who said I wasn't going to be shit in life, they said I wasn't going to go anywhere, are the same people looking for a handout from me right now. The same people sitting back wondering, damn, I should have supported him. Those are the same people who said I wasn't going to be shit, y'all. The same people who, when I was fat, black, had a gap, and ugly, they didn't want to fuck with me. They didn't want to fuck with me. So now that the ball is in my court and I'm dribbling and scoring and dunking on their ass, they can't take it. They can't take it. I ain't know, but take that. Hell's y'all talking about? Okay, so yeah. That's really just that, y'all. That's really just that. Like, continuing to witness me rise is the downfall of a lot of my haters. Okay? Continuing to witness me chase my dreams is the downfall of a lot of my haters. Okay? This is what I want y'all to realize. Whether you subscribe to me, meaning if you're a part of the Lions Den, if you're coming through the Lions Den, whatever. Mason Jyree, I am who I say I am. And I'm going to be exactly who I say I am. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that one. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you're streaming bigger. Make sure you're getting to the music. Make sure you're getting to everything from me, because guess what? You're not going to have a choice. Like I told somebody close to me the other day, you may think you're not going to be able to see me, but I'm going to be everywhere. And when I'm everywhere, I'm going to stay everywhere. So guess what? To all the haters, to all the people who you're outside of the Lions Den, to all the people who didn't get my music 5 years ago when I first started, to all the people who didn't get me, to everybody who doubted me, guess what? You're about to witness the rise, baby. You about to witness a superstar in real time. I love you, Lions. Abonne-toi.